50 Cent has sold his P. Diddy docuseries to Netflix. There's also now an 8th allegation against Sean Puffy Combs and Britney Spears. What is going on with her? We're going to talk about all this. We're going to chop it up. Welcome to the Vault XL. TMZ is the source. Thank you.
After a damning surveillance video showed Diddy abusing his ex, a documentary is closer to becoming a reality.
Now let's bring in TMC's Michael Babcock. Good morning to you, Michael.
Morning, guys. How are you?
We're doing all right. So tell us what's going on with this. We understand rapper 50 Cent has been shopping this around.
Yeah, and you know what? I think a lot of people thought that 50 was just trolling, and if anyone follows 50 on Twitter or Instagram, he's no stranger to that. He definitely, engages in trolling and makes a lot of jokes. So when he had, repeatedly taken shot after shot after shot at Diddy and then said, hey, I'm working on a documentary, I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not. So this is actually a real project that's being made under his G-Unit movie and TV studio, and he's made a bunch of really successful projects under that banner. They were actively selling it around to different streaming organizations, including Netflix. Netflix ultimately had the most money, placed the winning bid, and at some point here in the future, we don't know exactly when, but this is actually going to be something that airs on Netflix.
So many people may not know, the two of them have had beef for decades. 50 Cent has kept his foot on Diddy's neck for decades.
Why?
They once worked together a long time ago. They're not friends now. They don't like each other. And 50 has taken every shot, especially when Diddy has been down. Diddy really, is not in a position right now to fire back at 50 Cent. So, he's taking a lot of abuse. And I don't know that anyone feels sorry for P. Diddy right now.
No, I don't think so either. And it's certainly not going to end anytime soon.
All right, that's sad information. I'm going to bring you another update pertaining to the 8th allegation. Let's get down to business, everyone, pertaining to this nonsense. HipHopDX.com is the source. 50 Cent has found a buyer for his documentary series about Diddy following a massive bidding war between networks and streamers. After months of hyping up the series, the multi-part documentary about the bad boys, Bass's alleged bad boy basis? I don't know what that means. Alleged sexual assault and sex trafficking has landed a home at Netflix. According to TMZ, who recently released their own documentary about the embattled mogul on Tubi, there was a fierce bidding war for the documentary, which is being made by G-Unit Film and Television Studios. It was not previously known whether the documentary was real or merely a part. Once again, it's a trolling campaign against Diddy. No details so far pertaining to the information. Wow. Okay, now we have some commentary here. 50 himself commented on the news while also taking a shot at TMZ over their choice of photo of him in their story. Okay, so there's a picture of him and Sean in a photograph. TMZ used this fat boy picture of me because their doc went to Tubi. Laugh out loud. It's okay, guys. We're all making good television. Mine just happens to be the best, he wrote on Instagram. Netflix wins the bidding war, but if more victims keep coming out, I'm going to need more episodes. He later posted an update after TMZ changed the picture in their story. Okay, TMZ put up a 2024 picture, baby. Let's work. Laugh out loud. The news of the documentary being purchased by Netflix comes after another woman sued Diddy for allegedly drugging and sexually assaulting her over 20 years ago. A woman named Crystal McKinney claims she met Puffy, real name Sean Combs, at a 2003 fashion event, where, according to the suit, he made a very public display of coming on to her in a sexually suggestive manner. Interesting. McKinney, who was 22 at the time, claimed she smoked weed with the No Way Out hitmaker, but believes the joint was laced, causing her to become very intoxicated. Thank you all so very much. Got the wrong playhouse, baby. Find something to do. She claims that Diddy then led her to the bathroom where he forced her to perform oral sex on him. Following the alleged assault, McKinney says the mogul blackballed her from the modeling industry. She attempted suicide the following year. McKinney said that following the flood of similar suits against Combs, she knew she had a moral obligation to speak up. Diddy and his legal team have not yet commented On the lawsuit, the 54-year-old vehemently denied the allegations against him, although he recently acknowledged he assaulted his ex-girlfriend Cassie in 2016 after footage of the attack was leaked. Hip Hop DX is the source. Thank you for joining me. So there's more hot butter news out about P. Diddy. 50 Cent has sold his documentary pertaining to P. Diddy. How many episodes has he already filmed and made? Or was he just starting? Was he just poking fun at this guy? Why did they fall out? What's their beef with one another? I don't know. I don't keep up with all that nonsense. But anywho, he took a shot at TMZ, 50 Cent, because he didn't like the picture that they showed of his face looking a little bit plump. We will give you a quick view of that picture. This is a picture that 50 Cent was not pleased with, and TMZ obviously took it down and put up another photograph, so I'm trying to figure out where's the other photograph. This one? Which one is he more happy with? So that one, he's a little, is this the fatter one versus what? This one? I can't with these black folks. Boy, bye with all that nonsense. Anywho, make sure I get my device on. Thank you all so much for joining me. It's a mess. What's the issues between the two? I don't know. How many episodes has he filmed? 50 Cent. I don't know. Netflix had more money. What was the dollar amount? Because now people are going to be curious. 50 Cent, are you going to enlighten us on what the dollar sign is? How much did Netflix offer you for the documentary, number one? How many episodes will there be? And as you said here to TMZ, any more lawsuits come out, you'll have more episodes. This will probably be a continued docuseries. This will probably be one of those docuseries that you hear they said, oh, we started filming in 2013, 2018, and you look up and 6 years later, they're still filming. Because some people just have that kind of drama in their life. Puff Daddy is that said person. He's got a lot of drama. So we have one white lady who's come out with allegations that he drugged her, did some ungodly things with her. As I said in my last commentary, were there other people involved? Because she saw him at a gala events. He invited her back to his studio. She smoked some weed. She feels like it was laced. Was there also alcohol involved? How many other witnesses were there? Do we have eyewitnesses? Will we hear that other people will come forward and come and tell us the business of this interaction with this ex-model? She said she was blackballed from the industry. So we're supposed to believe Mr. Sean had that kind of pull? Did you file a police report? Did you go to the doctor? Did you get a rape kit? Queen wants to know. Inquiring minds. Did you file a police report, ma'am? Did you get a rape kit done at a hospital? Did you tell someone that you believe you were drugged and assaulted? Now, if you were out, there's a possibility that other people had sex with you. Imagine that. Did you get a venereal disease and came up short and realized, oh yeah, something happened that night with Sean Puffy Combs? What's the truth and was she blackballed? Give us an example. Blackballed how? Excuse me. You went to apply for some work. They said no, they were nasty. They made commentary. Was it filmed? We learned that Puffy likes to film his interludes, his interactions with women, forced rape, sodomy. He likes to bring in other partners. Also, they rumor he likes men. Woo! Nasty business. Sean, do you feel defeated at this point? Because I got a feeling you probably do. Please check out my shorts in the YouTube queue pertaining to Sean Puffy Combs. I feel like this may be that crowning moment where you feel defeated because all your secrets are coming out. We have a video now being released that has been released, of you physically assaulting Cassie Ventura. She now has come out and spoken about domestic violence and how she feels now. She's in a better place and she wants people to have a voice. She came forward because of that. New York Survivors Act was expiring, so she decided to put her being in and get her row out. Some will question her motivation. Did she only do it for the money? Or was it a little bit of both? Tattletale and get paid. Now, is it fair for him to only pay Cassie Ventura and not pay these other people? Stay woke. Why you pay her? So you got to pay attention to the details, everybody. This man has denied allegations from Cassie and others. But yet you paid her one day later. So we thought, some of us that are woke, oh yeah, some truth to it, because you paid her one day. You didn't even let the ink dry, and you paid her. Now, a video comes out months later. I'm sorry, I was in a bad place. Woo, woo, woo. But you weren't in a bad place a little while ago, because everybody was lying, remember? You had a legacy to protect. Now it's, oh, woe is me. Ooh, I'm caught. That's what this is about. Your foot's caught in the trap. And your tail. Literally. So you had no choice but to issue an apology. And then the gist of the story is that you didn't even apologize to her directly in that video. Where were you? In the islands? I noticed the bamboo above you, you know, the little wooden structure you were under. I said, oh, this Negro in the island somewhere. Where were you when you filmed that? I'm curious. Then your drug mule, he's in a 6-month diversion program, which means he didn't rat on you. Boy, you've had some interesting stuff pop off in the past week, I must say. Brendan didn't tell on you. Video comes out. One of Biggie Smalls' albums was a, 25th or 27th anniversary. Very interesting information. All this happening at once. Then we got a white girl saying you touched her inappropriately and drugged her. And now we got another woman. She crying the same damn thing. So now we know you are multifaceted. You like them Asian, black, mixed, biracial, white, Hispanic. You worldwide. I guess that's the purpose of that jet. Shit, you just go anywhere, pick up you a girl or a boy, whichever you like, your preference for the evening. Is it true you like me and Sean? You can tell Queen, I won't tell nobody. Your secret's safe with me. I ain't one to gossip, so y'all ain't heard it from me. Do you like men, sir? Do you like boys, sir? Or do you just like group sex? You still nasty, because I can't understand how a man could go out here and just find some strange ass men to bring into his own personal bedroom, hotel room, house, villa, to sleep in his bed, his house, with his woman. Shut up, Queen. All right, next allegation. News Nation is the source. Thank you for joining me. Boy, this is some hot butter mess. This is some hot butter mess here. Another old blonde-haired white woman. You's a nasty son of a something.
Combs' former attorneys, Mark Garagos, and also former, he was the former attorney of Diddy. Hey, Mark, good to see you. Also, founder of the Shade Room, Angie Wantu. Thank you both for being with us tonight. Angie, I want to start with you. Had you ever heard of April Lampros before? Is this a story that had been sort of circulating in back channels for a while and has just now been made public?
No, I mean, I've never heard of her before. I know that there have been rumors surrounding Diddy for a very long time. I mean, the industry talks and everybody has heard a rumor or two. People are hearing that they're so, you know, there have been rumors surrounding his conduct and behavior, but I never heard of her, and I just assumed that there will be more.
Yeah, a lot of people, I think, are thinking that more is going to come out. Have you heard of any other videos, Angie? Anything else that's sort of percolating up?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't, contacted with people saying that there are, other videos. And so, obviously it's our job to kind of investigate. And
other videos of what, Angie? Please don't talk in riddles, sweetheart. You're live on TV. Videos about what exactly? What videos are you speaking of? Who are the people coming to you with information that there are other videos? See, people need to think about what they're saying. See, this is why you know people aren't smart. You're going to go to a source and say, oh, there's other videos of Puff Daddy. Okay, who are you and what do you know and what is your stake in the game? How would you know there's other videos of Sean? Doing what? What did I just say? If that woman was sexually assaulted by him, the last one before this new one, that made claims, the ex-model, that he did something to her after the gala, the Met Gala, assaulted her in his studio, you want me to believe nobody knew that he raped her and knew that she had something in the marijuana? Come on now. I won't doubt that other people partook in the sexual assault. So, Sean, I'm going to ask you, did others participate in this alleged assault besides yourself? Because I got a feeling you like other participants. And another person who's filed a lawsuit against you, a female, says she was gang essayed by you and 2 other guys. So you just nasty with it. You like to film. You like to bring in other people, prostitutes. You like to add your friends into the sex assault. You like to drug the women. Then the allegations that your son, he nasty too, messing with the deck staff on the yacht staff. So where would they get that behavior from? Where would they learn that? Touching and groping and drugging folks and putting shit in their drinks. Then you got to ask if the bartenders you hire, they in on it. Yeah, see, the rabbit hole goes deep. So this is some R. Kelly replay. Shut your mouth.
And look into that. If we can bring light to, any type of abuse, we would, be happy to do so because we don't stand for that. But, only time will tell. I think that Diddy is such a powerful figure. He's been such a powerful celebrity in the way he's been able to influence the media. And so I think that people are afraid to come out against him. But as his power is dismantling, I think people are becoming emboldened to speak up and share their stories.
Mark, some people have been skeptical, saying, okay, now there's more people piling on. Should we really believe these stories, or are they just sort of trying to take advantage of the situation? But Lampros, she's saying that there's video out there, that there was witnesses, this parking attendant was cited in the lawsuit. Do you think that's reason for us to say, okay, this is a believable story?
Look, as somebody who represented Sean for many, many years on many different things, all I'll say is I'm old enough to remember that there used to be the adage, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So, so far what we're talking about is sex and drugs and maybe not rock and roll, number one. Number two, what seems to get lost here is I just sent to you guys a sanctions motion that was filed by Universal Music Group within the last week against the lawyer who's brought several of these lawsuits for filing false and completely baseless allegations. He's had to withdraw part of the lawsuits. He's up for sanctions against him. He's been referred to the disciplinary committee. So before everybody gets breathlessly onto this, let's pile on I don't know, for lack of a better term, media lynching of Diddy. I get that Diddy has been in a bunch of unfortunate situations.
Well, listen, whatever your name is, Garagos, this is par for the course. This is what happens when you're out here doing things and you feel like you can do it without any ramifications. See, this is what happens about the rooster coming home. The universe has to get it back. That's what was told to me many years ago. Whether you believe in God, don't believe in God, the universe has to get it back. So just because you did this and this and this and nobody said anything, nobody complained, nobody called the police, nobody filed a suit, nobody got a lawyer, nobody went to the news, nobody sold a story, you should know at some point all these little dirty things you've been doing, it was going to come back. And that is what's happening. So let's just keep it real. Even if there's no truth to some of these allegations, even if they waited a while to come forward and it actually happened, it's just payback. What's the problem? You think it's okay for him to get a pass because it happened a long time ago? Well, when it comes to murder, you could have committed the crime 30 years ago. That doesn't mean that they still not looking for you. You see, there were statutes of limitations with sexual assault, pedophilia. But there never should be a statute of limitations on sexual assault because those are the crimes that are usually are repetitive, okay? And the perpetrator doesn't have any self-control. He, she can't stop themselves. And they say there's no cure for sadism, such as sexual assault and pedophilia, okay? So these are the things you are into, such as raping a person, sexually groping, whatever, voyeurism. Ain't no cure, says doctors. You're entitled to believe what you want. I say I believe it. So you did this, and this over here, 30 years, 40 years, however long he been doing his own nasty stuff. Nobody complained. Nobody filed a complaint. You got to get the payback. That's life. And that's what you have here. Whether it's about the money or not, it's payback. You were able to walk free with no ramifications. So now the people are coming out, the women, men, whomever, to say, yeah, I'm victim number 8. I'm victim number 10. He may never pay them. He may never make it to court, but it's out. And so when you think of all the dirty things he's possibly done to people, you know, nasty, disgusting, vile behavior, prostitutes, random people, gang rape, drugging people, whatever, involving other people, passing messages, phone numbers, the gophers, drug mules, whatever the hell he's had going on, people in his entourage, you're just as guilty. It's payback time. And as somebody said, it's not getting ready to stop. Oh, the train getting ready to go on and on and on and on. It ain't about to stop.
I get that people love to see somebody, especially, you know, having represented my share of black men accused of things, I'm always a little leery of this kind of rush to jump on top of them and file things. But in this case, I will tell you demonstrably so far, many of these allegations are false. They've already been withdrawn in large part, and the lawyer who brought many of these allegations forward, who you just showed on your screen, is in the crosshairs himself. So I would just caution, let's take a look, take a breath.
Hey, thank you for watching.
Well, I don't have to take a look and take a breath at nothing, because this is how I look at it. Sean denied all allegations even after Cassie filed a lawsuit and he settled with her one day later, which is very suspicious to me. Okay, let's keep it real. He denied those allegations. Then you go into the new year, Lil Rod, his producer, the one who lived with him for a year, his allegations are just as damning. Now, some can say he piggybacked off of Cassie, woo. I don't know. It doesn't even really matter. Like I said, to me, it's payback. You're getting payback for all the little dirty things you did that was swept under the rug, that you stomped on, pushed on, paid somebody off. And now that we have allegations of you paying the hotel $50,000, who is that person? Where are they? Are they the one that gave up the tape? You now issue an apology. That shows me if you would do one thing, you've done some other stuff. So now we're talking about bribery, beating up a person, denying you did it, but you paid them off. Now a tape comes out. Now you apologize. I'm already on this finger, this hand. Stay woke. I left this hand to go to this hand. That's the point. So why would I not believe some of these allegations? Because that's the whole point of it. People have their own ideology about famous people. For some sick reason, some of you believe these people are untouchable, that they do no wrong, but you don't know them from a can of paint. And what you don't know is they don't give 2 cents about you. They don't care nothing about you. You're just a random bloke. They don't care nothing about you, what you got going on, your physical problems, mental problems, your financial problems. They will step right over you in New York City, California, wherever, and look at you like you lent or a homeless person. Wouldn't offer you $2 if you were hungry. You people better wake up. This man doesn't have any remorse for anything. And I believe his children have some of his vile ways, and that's even more dangerous because now he's passed it on genetically. If you believe the allegations of the woman who says his son King made inappropriate gestures and groping towards her and drugged her on a boat, his yacht, suing Puffy for that. So that's why I said it's no telling what he's been doing. It's no telling what his children have been doing. It's no telling what he is involved other people in, guests, homeboys, friends, associates. I'm sure a lot of people got a story on Puffy. Just like they had a story on R. Kelly, Weinstein, Epstein, Bill Cosby, Cuba Gooding Jr., Mr. I don't know, I was just boat hopping. So you just riding around, walking around on docks, jumping on people's boats down in Florida and landed on Puffy's yacht, and somebody just happened to take a picture with your arm around Lil Rod. Happenstance. I don't know Puffy like that. I don't know nothing about his life. But yet you got allegations of groping, and you settled the suit last year, and you got off on that. Ting. They just picking on me because of the stuff I had going on with me. How convenient. So the universe is trying to loop you into, huh? Birds of a feather. Stay woke. Thank you, Pammy. You see, the universe got to get it back. That's what people don't understand about doing wrong. You got to get that shit back at some point. So something you did 20, 30 years ago, you may have never thought it'd come out. You may never think you're going to get some payback. Oh, eventually. And a lot of times we think, oh, ain't never gonna be no justice for what that person did to me, said to me, they lied on me, stole, woo, woo, woo. Oh, baby, it comes back full circle. See, the one thing people don't understand about payback, karma, is that you are looking for some visual sign that they ain't suffering. But let me tell you something. You don't have to know what's going on with people to know they're suffering and they're getting paid back for some shit they done done. That's what you need to understand. This is why the Lord tells you vengeance is mine. You ain't got to do nothing. I'm going to take care of them for you. Because you looking at them visually saying, well, why they ain't suffering? They doing good. They got a house. They got a car. They got money. They don't look like they suffering. You don't know that. You don't know what they got going on because you're not supposed to know. But you don't know if they're suffering in silence. That they're miserable as fuck. Because they know they've been out here doing wrong to people. They know they've been wronging people. That's why I don't understand why people keep going out here doing stuff to people when they see that they're suffering. They see they keep having bad luck. Keep getting in trouble, going to jail, financial issues. That shit ain't just happening because. And some of it is they doing, of course. You got to pay the piper at some point. And that's what's happening with Sean. And he won't be the first. He won't be the last. There's somebody else. Their number is getting ready to come up. Think about it. We'll be talking about this probably for another year. And then you can best believe before July gets here, we'll be talking about somebody else in Hollywood. It'll be an athlete, a movie producer, a director, a photographer, a politician. Oh, it's going to be somebody. Because it's narcissism. Or as they love to say, you know, in sports, he the GOAT. Only for a little while. And even a little while may seem winded, like this 30-year run of sexual assaults and drugging, sexual escapades, rape, however you want to word it. It will soon come to an end. And I'm sure R. Kelly, he's sitting somewhere crying. Damn, they got P. Diddy now. I can't believe it. Well, believe it. Deal with it. See, God's giving these people gifts, but they are ungrateful. Now they want to sit up here and cry and moan that the world's against them. Why can't you love me? Who wants to love a sadist? This lets you know how cocky Sean is. Why can't y'all just love me? Why y'all hating on me? Negro, who you talking to? You out here touching people inappropriately, drugging folks. Allegations of gang rape and all that. Love. It's for God to love you, not me. You a child of God, you ain't a child of mine. And what do they say? You're supposed to hate the sin, don't hate the sinner. Okay. But you ain't the one that's been gang raped. You ain't the one that's been forced into sexual acts. You ain't the one that's been drugged. But God still tells us to love thy neighbor, even our sadists. That's on you. Because I can't tell you who to love. I can't tell you to love your rapist. Hello? That's between you and God. But Sean needs to understand it's payback. That's what's going on here. Whether the allegations are true or not. And a lot of you feel like the people shouldn't say anything because it happened 20 years ago, 13 years ago. What difference does it make? Look how long Cassie went before she said anything. How is her situation different than somebody coming forward from 30 years ago? What's the difference between 10 years ago and 30 years? There's no difference. You either believe it or you don't believe it. And I knew she had proof. That's why he paid her. Did she have that video of the hotel incident? I don't know. But she had receipts. She's probably kept every text message. She might even have a film of them having sex and got a hold of it, so you don't know. And that's what Sean should have thought about, like R. Kelly. You have enemies out here. You've brought people in your fold, in your entourage that don't like you, and they hold the secrets to your dirt. And it's only a matter of time that they will sell it to the highest bidder. And even if they can't get a buyer, they'll upload it just to spite you. Karma's a bitch. That's the latest information on Sean. 50 Cent has sold his documentary pertaining to P. Diddy to Netflix. Netflix is the winner. And we also have an 8th allegation from a Miss, I believe it said Lampros. What's that allegation all about? Britney Spears. What's going on with Britney Spears? News Nation is the source. Lord have mercy, more nonsense. 2-part live, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Exactly, bro. Karma don't sleep on nobody. You got that right. Got to pay it back. It's just the way it is. To pay back. It's not good sometimes. It's just the way it is.
100th time I ask what is happening with Britney Spears, and who better to ask than Perez Hilton, because he's the go-to guy on celebrity news with millions of followers on X and Facebook and Instagram. He also hosts the Perez Hilton podcast. Good to have you back, Perez. Thanks for doing this. Every day, it seems like there's something new that just is piling on. I don't even know where to go with this. I want to ask, are we there yet? But I'm not even sure that's appropriate, because I have felt we're there for the last year and a half.
I'm going to share something that might shock you. I think that Britney's Instagram is healthy for her.
Oh, I didn't think about that, bro.
It's a form of expression. You know,
Before we get into Britney Spears, very good point, Brooke. They could have found the video at Sean's house. So is that possible? Very good point. I didn't even think about that. Did they find the video during the LA or Miami raid? Because I said that during my live stream more than once. He's a voyeur. He likes to tape his sexual acts because he gets off on that. That's the whole purpose of hiring the men to come in to have sex with Cassie or whomever. He's a watcher. He's a voyeur. He can't get off with standard sex. That's obvious. Sean is that guy. He can't just walk in a room and see a pretty lady and she's naked or she's got on lingerie and he gets turned on. That's not what turns him on. He wants to see her visually in front of him performing sexual acts. And to me, that's scary because that means you don't value me. You're not attracted to me. Because the way I look at it, how attracted to me can you be if you go get somebody else to come in the bedroom and I don't even know this person? I ain't even down with it, but I'm stupid enough to go along with it to please you. But that's what she needed. She should have understood, Cassie and whomever. There's nothing you can do that would ever be enough for Sean. That's the whole purpose of bringing in the other people into sex, bringing them into the sex, because he's not satisfied. He can't get satisfied. And usually people like this, they watch a lot of porn. They can't equate affection, intimacy, one-on-one. That's where the porn comes in. Now he needs a whole visual aid besides the porn. Okay, I'm sick of the porn. I'm bored with that. I need to see it in front of me. I want to watch. I don't want to just look at it on a CD, a video, on my phone. I want to be in a room. Now I want to join in. What did I tell you about the looking glass? How long can you look through the glass before you decide you want to go in the store and touch the fabric, put the coat on? So I'm not going to sit here and believe he just hired some prostitutes, men or women or whomever, and he just sat in the chair jerking off and that's it. And then he ain't going to join in? Come on now. He's a watcher. He's a voyeur. He's hiring the prostitutes. He's hiring the people. He's soliciting people to come in. He's jacking off, getting off, performing, filming, and then he's also joining in. Stay woke. That's Sean. Why? That's why he is disgusting. Because he can't do what, what some people would get into, which is look at a dirty magazine, look at the porn. Because I found it disturbing when a man say, well, let's watch a porn video. For what? What do you need a porn video for? And I'm right here. See, it's deep. Pornography is a dangerous thing because pornography can lead to other vile behaviors. Stay woke. And you've heard of this with sadists, rapists, pedophilia. They've got nothing but audio, video on their phones, devices, CDs, DVDs, all that type of bullshit. That pornography leads to other things. This is why you have all these allegations against Sean. You got to pay attention. It's way deeper than looking at porn. He's bypassed that stage. That was the purpose. That was the purpose, of hiring the people. Because what did I tell you about looking through the looking glass? You can only look through the glass for so long. You got to go in the glass. So he's like, I'm bored with the porn. I need to be in it. I need to be up close to it. This is a real sick addiction. I got to be right there, feet away. Sweat, fluids everywhere. I got to be right there in it. I got to take a picture. I got to film it. And I got to join. Stay woke. Let's talk about this allegation right fast before we get into this nonsense with Britney Spears. Sorry about this. Sean Diddy Combs accused of drug and rape an NYC college student in 1990s. Another woman has come forward and filed a lawsuit against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs for allegedly drugging and raping her multiple times, beginning when she was a student at New York City's Fashion Institute of Technology in the 1990s. The mogul's latest accuser, April Lampros, claimed that Combs offered to be her mentor in the fashion industry when she met the rapper in 1995, information by TMZ. After a night out in a Soho bar where Lampros alleges Combs overserved her alcohol, he took her back to his room at the Millennium Hotel where she said she felt the walls were closing in on her as he began to force himself on her, the suit says. Lampros said she remained conscious when Combs began raping her, but was unable to defend herself. She woke up the next morning nude, sore, and confused, the suit states. For months, she didn't hear from Combs until he reached out again and began inviting her to VIP music industry events. Wow, that's bold. The hopeful yet naive college student took Mr. Combs at his word and believed that the first rape was a possible mulligan and decided to give him a second chance, Lampros attorneys wrote. While walking to Combs' car in a parking garage heading to dinner, Lampros says he forced her to perform oral sex on her. And I believe this may be possible Hispanic or white woman, not really sure what her nationality is, but on the other side of the picture is a white woman, and then they have her face covered up on the other side. A parking attendant witnessed the assault but did nothing, the suit claims. After that incident, Lampros declined his future invitations, outraged Combs, who would angrily call her constantly and threatened to blacklist her from the industry, the suit says. She described his behavior as like that of a monster, Yeah, he probably thought he was fucking John Gotti. In 1996, Lampros said Combs ordered her to his apartment where she was introduced to Combs' late ex-girlfriend, model Kim Porter. Stay woke. Now, this is years later. Ordered her to his apartment where he introduced her to the late ex-girlfriend, Kim Porter. And this is also the mother of his children, some of his children. Combs forced her to take ecstasy and commanded her to have sex with Porter while he watched and masturbated. Is this allegation true? Because if this allegation is true, this is his MO. This is Sean's MO. Lampros claims that at one point he raped her again. Wow. So now she's introduced a dead woman into the story, is also having sexual relations with her. Lord, I'm dead. Freddie, I'm so dead. Lampros and Combs cut ties in 1998, but she ran into Porter at a restaurant where she was working. Porter allegedly told the restaurant owner that Lampros had tried to poison her and claimed if she wasn't fired, Combs would have the restaurant shut down. She was then fired, the lawsuit says. So then, now she's saying now she's saying that a dead woman was dirty and got her fired. Wow. Porter allegedly, this is crazy to me. Lampros' suit comes a week after disturbing footage emerged from Combs viciously beating his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in the hallway of a Los Angeles hotel in 2016. The embattled billionaire has been slapped with several other lawsuits accusing him of rape, sexual misconduct, and other crimes. And they have an older picture of him and Kim Porter. Days later, another model, Crystal McKinney, accused Combs of drugging and raping her at his New York City recording studio in 2003 when she was 22 years old, and that's a Caucasian female, for those of you who are not following the story. In April, federal agents raided the mogul's California and Florida mansions as part of the investigation by the Department of Homeland Security team that deals with human trafficking. He has not been charged with any crimes and has denied the allegations against him. Well, that doesn't really mean anything because now he's admitted to the video. So that means he's saying, yes, I beat the woman and I am the person in the video. New York Post is the source, everybody. April Lampros. Where is she? How's she doing? What has she been doing with her life? Did he also blackball her? Why did she go back around him after she thought she had been overserved alcohol in his presence? Why would she go back around him? Why would she go back around to him to end up in a sexual situation with Kim? So now I'm looking at this, that this is possibly his MO, if I'm going to believe this allegation. Because I said that. If he did it with Cassie, I'm supposed to believe he didn't do it with Kim, and this one, and this one, and this one. Why not? Pink Eye says money. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he called her up, tried to soothe it over because he knew what he did was wrong. He ignored her after the first rape. He didn't want her talking, telling stuff. This is deep. I'm just going to say this. You're entitled to believe these allegations or not. But we already see he did hurt Cassie. So if I'm going to believe he sexually assaulted her, brought in other parties, drugged her, this and that, beat her up, we got the proof of the beating. The tape is out. He paid her off within one day. Why wouldn't I believe he's done other things to Cassie? So then you got to now bring in another person that he's dated, had sex with, blah, blah, blah. What's the difference? The other girl, she said the same thing. The one that looks Asian, she looks biracial. She said he compared her to Cassie. You ain't Cassie. Yeah, but Cassie wasn't good enough when you had her. So how you going to compare Cassie to this girl? And she's a pretty lady. And he popped her in the mouth. And I believe her. He's abusive. He doesn't know how to keep his hands to himself. He doesn't know how to keep his penis to himself. That's obvious. And I think we know this. And Young Miami, you can defend him if you want, but he's probably knocked your ass around a couple times too. He's probably invited other sexual partners with you all. And I believe Lil Rod is bringing out allegations against your relative or cousin that your relative was groping him at one time when he was living and hanging around Sean. Now, many people say, well, you're a man. You should be able to take up for yourself. You should be able to leave the room. You should say, hey, I ain't with this. Don't touch me. Don't grope me. So I find your allegations jacked up because you're a grown-ass man. And at some point, even with a woman, you see a man is wanting to do things to you and bring people around you, and you're not down with it. You need to run like hell, and you don't need to be going back in their presence. And that's for any type of abuse, whether it's mental, physical. You have to say to yourself, okay, this person is not trying to change. I don't see this working out. Because like I said, it's one thing to be getting beat up by somebody. talked down to. You still keep dealing with them. How you going to explain now extra sexual partners? So some people say, well, Queen, that's a part of the grooming. They've already got you roped in sexually, mentally. Now they're bringing in sex partners. You know, you don't really want to do it, but you go ahead and do it to please them. Maybe so, but I'm not getting ready to sleep with no other men and women because I like you or I got feelings for you. You already beating me up and talking down to me. Now I'm getting ready to start having sex with other people. So what you have to tell yourself is, where do you draw the line with this abuse? So now I'm going to start screwing strangers, prostitutes. Don't know if they got HIV, AIDS, nothing. So am I supposed to sleep with your friends too? Your daddy, your grandpa? I'm just saying, where do you draw the line with the abuse? How far are we taking this? You're hurting me mentally, physically. Now I'm sleeping with strangers for you. You're filming it. Where do you draw the line? And Cassie dated him for about 9 or 10 years. So she was on and off with him with this abuse. And I also find it strange she would marry somebody a year later, that white man. I still find that strange. Maybe she's looking for love. I don't know. But she says she's in a better place. Hey, it is what it is. But I got a feeling he did this with most of the women he dated. I think he got them in under his wing. He started talking down to them. He started putting his hands on them. He probably introduced them to porn. He probably brought in other lovers, other people, however you want to word it. He never told them what he was going to do. I don't even think he would have asked, hey, you ever had a menage a trois? I don't even think he would have done that. I think he would have just called the people, hey, meet me at the Marriott, meet me at the Four Seasons. You sitting there having a drink with him, snorting cocaine, whatever the hell you're doing, and then in walks Pookie, Ray, Bubba, and you looking like, oh, these your friends? Little do you know, they about to be your friends. They're about to be your sex partners for the night, and you don't even know it. And then next thing you know, he probably ain't even nice about it. Come on, we going to the room. And then you like, okay, but where they going? They going with us. I can see him doing that. Not even being cordial about it. Go in there and take your clothes off. We getting ready to get freaky deek. I got the camera, I'm gonna film. I don't want to do that. Come on, I ain't signed up for this. Get your ass in there. You want me to believe he was nice about it? Hell no, probably not. All right, everybody, let's talk about Britney Spears. Lord have mercy, nonsense.
On celebrity news with millions of followers on X and Facebook and Instagram. He also hosts the Perez Hilton podcast. Good to have you back, Perez. Thanks for doing this. Every day it seems like there's something new that just is piling on.
Your mess.
I don't even know where to go with this. I want to ask, are we there yet? But I'm not even sure that's appropriate because I have felt we're there for the last year and a half.
I'm going to share something that might shock you. I think that Britney's Instagram is healthy for her. It's a form of expression. You know, she is a performer and she doesn't get to be on the stage anymore. So making these videos is...
All right, Perez Hilton. There's always somebody aiding foolishness. How do you know she can't be on the stage? She's not handicapped. For Britney Spears not to be on the stage, that's a choice. If she's not trying to tour, make any new albums, perform, whatever, that's a choice. So you talking about her like she handicapped. You're not making any sense. She can't be on the stage anymore. Who's telling her she can't be on the stage anymore? She's a grown adult. She doesn't have a conservatorship anymore. She can go anywhere she want to go. If she want to get with a business manager, she wants to get on tour again, she wants to perform, she can. That's really what she needs to do instead of filming these stupid ass IG videos is go book her ass a tour, get her entourage together, band, backup dancers, singers, costumes, and she can act out on stage. She wants to pretend to be Mary Sue or whomever her alter ego, alter personalities are. How about play out on a real stage and get real money and make some dollars? As they used to say, where them dollars at? Right. Eyes look dark. Don't know if that's the makeup. I don't know what's going on with Britney Spears. I hope she's not having some type of mental dilemma. I don't know if she's medicated. I don't know if she's diagnosed. I don't know if she's schizophrenic. I don't know if it's just a act she's putting out. I don't really know. But what I do know is she don't tighten her shit, somebody gonna take her ass back to court and she gonna end up like Wendy Williams. Her situation gonna be way worse than when the daddy had control over the money. She better tighten her shit, seriously. Because she don't want to end up looking like Wendy Williams. Because right now, her mother, father could take her back to court and say, see, she's acting out on social media. She's doing stuff erratic. She don't seem well. The next thing you know, when the people come knocking her door, this is when she's going to lash out and they'll be filming that. Oh my God, you see how she's acting? Well, of course she's going to be upset because she feel like you're invading her privacy. You're stalking her, you bothering her because of what she's posting to IG. This is why I keep telling people you have to be careful what you post to social media. Because I don't know what's wrong with Britney Spears. I don't know if it's just an act or she's really ill or she's just a little off. But she may have some problems now because she's gone so long with being under somebody's thumb, somebody watching her, somebody telling her what to do, what she can't do. So this might be a form of lashing out. I'll show you. But what she don't know is she can get herself back in the same situation and there won't be no coming back out. There'll be no letting her run her life. Just like they making comments here talking about her IG page. Do you think somebody was watching her IG page? Do you think somebody's erasing her content? She grown. And I wouldn't have done it when I had a conservatorship. You can't run my fucking phone. You gonna tell me who can call me on the phone, what I can post? What kind of life would that be for a grown woman? Can't post nothing to IG or Facebook. Your father telling you, don't put that on there. You can't do that. Give me your phone. Well, that's like a form of kidnapping. That's why she need to get it together. She need to get it together.
It's a way for her to entertain others and, more importantly, entertain herself. And so long as she's doing these things, she's not doing worse things. The Voice, for example, is something that Britney's always done. It could be that she's just hoarse, or it could be that she's playing this character. She does voices all the time, from speaking in a British accent to other voices or characters. And also, of course, it may be reflective of some mental health issues or partying a lot. But so long as I think her fans are seeing her regularly, at least they know, okay, she's still posting, things aren't totally dire right now. You know, she loves this. It makes her happy.
I guess, but it sure does give us insight into someone who's just not really with it. I mean, just completely devoid from where everybody else is. And her followers are interesting, right? When I started looking at the followers after the conservatorship.
This video here with Banfield and Perez Hilton, what is on the screen is very relevant. The videos don't help. Because see, that's the thing about life. Everything's about perception. Somebody can look at the videos of Britney Spears dancing. Oh, she's just having a good time. She's having fun. But then somebody else can look at the video and say, nah, something ain't right. Something don't look right. She don't look right. She look like she's out of it. So is it drugs? Is it alcohol? Is she under influence of something? Does she have a mental disease, mental disorder? Has she been diagnosed? Is she on medication? Is she popping pills? Is she getting high, smoking dope, snorting? What's she doing? I don't know. But like I said, that incident at the hotel recently, that wasn't good. These IG posts, she's dancing, doing her thing. As I said, somebody might think it's no big deal. This Perez Hilton, he thinks, oh, it's just her way of acting out. Okay, what you gonna say when it's something else 2 weeks from now? It's another episode at the grocery store, the Piggly Wiggly, the 7-Eleven. You ain't gonna be able to keep making excuses saying, oh, well, she's just pretending to be somebody. No, she might have something fucking wrong with her. And she needs to tighten her shit. Like I said after that last video, at the hotel, the footage of her at the hotel. She needs to go underground or she needs to carry her ass back to work. Take your pick. Go pack a bag. Go sit somewhere in Maine, Oregon. Go look at the water, the coast. Get yourself together. If you need a therapist, get a therapist. You need to be medicated, get medicated. You need to stay off drugs, alcohol, stay off of it. You need to stay away from toxic people, stay away from toxic people. Because you can't have all this negative energy around you and think you're going to get better. There's no such thing. I don't care if you are well, your mind is good, you educated, you had a good upbringing, you went to church, get in the wrong element and see how you act. Say it again, Queen. Get in the wrong element, get with the wrong people, get in the wrong circumstances, live in the wrong environment, and your ass will be acting just as fucking crazy. This is why people act the way they act. Genetics, mental disease, paranoia, drugs, alcohol, the company they keep, that shit can bring you down. So what starts off as just a joke and it's funny and it's cute with IG posts, there may be actually something wrong with her. I don't know. All I'm saying is, because she's had a conservatorship already, she needs to be very careful before she ends up like a Wendy Williams. All your money will be drained, all of your assets gone, your house, all of that will be gone. They're going to sell everything. They're going to spend all their money putting you in a treatment facility, and they're going to leave you there just long enough till there's $20 left in your fucking account, and then that's when they'll let you out. Pink behave.
Ended. Everybody was, you go girl, queen, whatever. Now it's invariably.
Katie hasn't acted like that yet.
What's wrong with you? I mean, it seems like the majority of her followers are genuinely distraught, worried for her, and they are noticing this very irrational feed.
Absolutely, and this is nothing new. The only new thing is now we're seeing it. Before, her team, the conservatorship, would keep these posts off social media. But to address something that you mentioned at the beginning of this segment, Britney talked about having nerve damage. She said a lot of things, and I think we all need to look at what she says with a lens of compassion and a slightly critical eye. Just because Britney says she has nerve damage or this happened or the other happened, that's how she recalls things. It's not perhaps the truth. It may not be how it actually happened.
Yeah, I mean, she mentioned the nerve damage about her numb hands and her ability to think. One last quick question. Why do you think she deleted the post? If she's so expressive, is someone deleting it for her, or do you think she actually does have second thoughts?
Britney deletes posts all the time and even takes down her Instagram regularly. So it wouldn't surprise me if by tomorrow she takes another Instagram sabbatical, which might be a good thing for her, actually.
Yes.
I said that was my last question. I'm adding another one. Why does she call herself Maria Zilla River Red?
Britney views this character, as I mentioned, she's all about characters, as an art project, an ongoing, years-long art project, which we, the general public, we're confused by, really.
Yeah, she's never really made a reference to who Maria is or why River Red, or I think it's Zila, X-I-L-A, I think I saw recently that something seemed to be added to it, but no reference to that. Is it just, I thought it was just me that I wasn't getting it.
No, she literally has said this is an art project of hers, and that's why you'll see her repeat certain clothes, she says, or certain themes. She views her Instagram as a work of art and performance.
Thank you for watching. Go to News Nation.
Well, I'm going to say this, and I'm checking out of here. I don't know what's going on with Britney Spears. I don't know if she has a mental disorder or problems, or she's just quirky. Okay? We do know that schizophrenia can be diagnosed late in life. Many people who have been diagnosed were diagnosed late. I'm not saying she's schizophrenic. I'm just throwing that out there. Could be a possibility. Art project, maybe, maybe not. Could be a voice in her head telling her this is who she is. I don't know, because I don't know her. All I'm saying is that once you have gone under conservatorship, I don't care if you're Britney Spears or you Bubba down the street, you have to be very careful once you get the reins back. Anything you do and say will be judged, okay? That's just common sense. So somebody could actually do or say something you don't like. And you can feel like you're in the right in what you're saying and doing. But because you've had this conservatorship, say woke now, somebody will say, oh my gosh, she's out of control. He's out of control. Call the coach, call the mom, call the dad. You see the mother was on an airplane in an airport. Soon as that mess happened with that hotel, she goes to her social media page talking crazy about her mother, blah, blah, blah. She set this up. Somebody called her to let her know what happened at the hotel. I don't know how it went down. But obviously, it may have gotten back to her mother, and the mother went out to LA to see about her. I'd like to know what happened with that. Did she meet with her mother? What was said? What was done? Or did she even get to see her daughter? Or did the mother go out there to get a lawyer, seek counsel, to get somebody back as a conservatorship? This is why I said she needs to be careful. Because some people who like her, fans, whomever, friends, may be concerned. They're worried about her welfare, as you should be when you care about a person. There's nothing wrong with being concerned about them. But you also, it's a double-edged sword. Because this could be just a way of her acting out, and she's just putting on, or it could be there's really something wrong with her. The only person knows is a doctor. And he or she is not supposed to tell you what's wrong with Britney Spears. But I'm telling her, woman to woman, you've had a conservatorship for a while. You just had an episode with your boyfriend at the hotel. You said it was nothing. You jumped off the sofa couch, twisted your ankle, swole, woo-woo. You hollering and screaming out in the hallway. You say it because you was in pain. You need to sit down somewhere. You need to make a plan of what you're trying to do with yourself. You're still young. You're still vital. The time you're spending on IG, goofing off and making these damn videos, you could be on stage making money. You could be performing at somebody's venue. That's how I look at it. Give IG a break, baby. I'm all for, expressionism, excuse me. But because you've had legal issues, you need to think about what you're doing. And I don't think you're thinking. And that may be because you're not mentally equipped to think. So she needs somebody as a good friend to talk to her and say, maybe you shouldn't post for a while. Maybe you need to focus on taking a trip somewhere, go somewhere, relax, do some acting, try to get into something positive and something that can keep her mind busy. Because I don't know what she's doing right now. I don't know if she's currently working, if she's working on any projects, if she's trying to go on tour or do some albums. That's what she should be focused on. Because if she's focused on her career, broadening her career, advancing her career, keeping her career afloat, she won't have time for these episodes on IG, that nonsense that happened at the hotel, because you don't really know what happened, and she could be downplaying that because she don't want nobody trying to loop her back in the legal system. And I get that. This is why you have to think about what you're doing. Some people probably judging her for getting with that guy. He was supposed to be her gardener or whatever. Hey, love is blind. But she needs to be careful, because that's all she needs is getting in cahoots with somebody that's only after her for her money. And I don't recommend sleeping with the gardener, the pool guy. Don't do that. It's not to say these people are bad people, but you have to remember, you have a lot of money and you have a lot to lose. And the last thing you need is to be having mental problems and hooking up with the pool guy, the electrician, the plumber, and he's seedy, got a criminal record, and he's trying to find him a way to come up. And that's what people don't understand about Hollywood. People are vultures, literally, not just in the business, that work in the business, such as managers, directors, producers. You got people who are out hanging on to people in the industry to get money, to find a come up. So that person you're hiring as the nanny, the butcher, the baker, the chef, they're hearing all your business. They know your secrets. They know that you don't wash your clothes. They know you don't brush your teeth. They know you got financial issues. They know your business because they're in their house and they can hear your fucking business. And that's what she needs to understand. This person is hanging around. They could be hanging around so they can get in and infiltrate. And the next thing you know, you all galley and they all hugging on you, kissing you. Oh, it's going to be okay. I'll be your friend. Next thing you know, you're falling in love. You're going to the altar. You ain't got a prenup. And now they trying to wipe you blind. It happens every day. People go after people deliberately so they can get in their pocketbook. This is why you always hear people talking about this in the industry. You can't trust people. That's right. You can't trust the people you hire. The nanny, the butcher, the lawyer, the manager, the tour manager. Everybody is trying to get money and to get paid. And right now we live in a world where it's expensive to live. That's it. The come up is real. It's no different than this box I'm on. It's about the money, honey. Because people got bills to pay, people got to eat. And ain't nothing free. And even when it's free, you still got to jump through hula hoops in order to get it. As somebody said once, free ain't really free. And that's true. I wish her well, because I don't wish anything bad on a young lady. Like I said, I don't know her personally. I felt sorry for her years ago when she had the umbrella incident. I didn't judge her then. I thought, well, maybe she's going through something. She was having a bad day. She was having, boyfriend issues, husband issues, kid issues. She was fighting that baby daddy. You don't know what a person is going through. But what happens, it becomes step. It becomes a roller coaster. It becomes never ending. This is why I keep telling you, you have to watch what you do. Whether you are Britney Spears, a Puff Daddy, or you right there. You got to mind yourself, your behavior, your actions, your words, who you hang with, who you get involved with. And God forbid you got mental problems, you popping drugs, pills, you are doomed. And so that's my message today, especially to young people. She's not a young kitty anymore, but young people tend to get themselves wrapped up in a lot of drama because they don't have the fortitude to know what's good for them and what's not good for them. Britney is older than a child, a 20-year-old. She needs to be very careful of what she's doing and how she acts, what she posts, because she's already been through the legal system, and I don't think she wants to go back down that road. So if I was her, I would be trying to go do something productive, such as do something pertaining to entertaining, singing, dancing, being a choir, you know what I'm saying? Do something. And do less of it where people can see. Let people wonder about what you got going on. Hello, darling. Thank you, closer. See, sometimes out of sight, out of mind is healthy. And a lot of people haven't learned that yet. They want to be seen all the time. All that IG posting, got to post a selfie, got to be seen walking the dog, talking to the kids. Give it a break. Sometimes it's best for people that there to be a little mystery. Let people wonder what you got going on. Oh, I haven't seen her in a while. Oh, she hasn't posted anything this week. I wonder if she's okay. I wonder if he's okay. Mystery is good. Out of sight, out of mind is wonderful. Person call you up, hey, you okay? Yeah, I'm great. Thanks for asking. Oh, I didn't see you post anything. Oh, I was busy. I've been busy. That's what Britney needs to do. She needs to refocus. She needs to find something to do where people can not wait to see if there's a spectacle going on and giving people something to talk about. Because as I said, one person's going to think there's nothing going on with her, and somebody else is going to say, well, she don't seem like she's acting right. Lay low. Go find something to do. Start another hobby. New hobby. They'll stop talking about you. See, people really don't understand that. Just like all these stories you keep seeing play out on the news. Today it's P. Diddy. Tomorrow it'll be somebody else. Same thing with Britney Spears. Talking about you because you're giving them something to talk about. Like I said, I don't know if this is an act or she really has some mental issues or she's just a little off and quirky. Because you have seen entertainers who, they just got some weird ways about them. They do quirky shit, say quirky shit. They talk in circles, don't make sense. You know, everybody's different. But because she's had a conservatorship is why she needs to tread lightly. That's my message. Hopefully somebody will talk to her and tell her, hey, you need to get yourself together. There's people concerned. We don't want you to end up where you were before with your father and him having control over your estate, your money. This is not going to be good. But then the flip side could also be, if there is something wrong with her, she might need somebody over her. It's a double-edged sword because we really don't know what's going on with Britney. We don't know if she's mentally ill or not. See, that's the problem. You got to know in order to render advice. So we don't really know if she's mentally ill or she's just acting out or she's just a quirky person and she likes attention. Could be all for attention. But see, attention can get you strapped down to a chair, strapped down to a bed. Then next thing you know, you're going to court trying to prove yourself. And then you're in there in front of the judge crying, there's nothing wrong with me, there's nothing wrong with me. Everybody's just coming at me. So stop doing stuff to draw attention to yourself. You've already been down this road, stop. Seriously, just stop. And maybe she don't have no self-control, that could be it. And like somebody else said, maybe she's under the influence of drugs. Perez said maybe she's partying too hard, which I'm assuming that means drugs. Well, then she better stop or she's going to be right back where she came from. And it'll be another 10, 15 years. And then they might say, no, you can't be over your own money, your own bank account. And that'd be a terrible thing to be a grown woman. And you can't even go to your own bank account and pull money out. You can't even go buy yourself an ice cream cone. Somebody's over your fucking money. I couldn't live like that. So this is why I say she need to get it together. If she's having some episodes, she needs to reel it in. Go talk to somebody, get medicated, do something. Do something positive. Go donate your time over there to LA, Skid Row. Go to the pantry where they giving people free food. Do something useful with yourself. And this is my advice for anybody. Go do something useful. And maybe that's what she needs. Somebody to tell her, hey, you need to spend less time on IG and go over here to the homeless shelter. Go over here and stand in line and help these people, make food or give them foods. Sit out there, put some food on their plate. You might see life differently. I don't know, just a suggestion. Sean Puffy Combs, a new documentary will be coming soon from Netflix. P. Diddy has sold his information, whatever he's got going on, to Netflix. Netflix had the dollars, and they're now in cahoots. How many episodes will the docu-series have? I don't know. When I get more information, I'll bring it to you. And also, there is another allegation of sexual assault and improprieties by Sean Puffy Combs, allegedly by April Lampros. This is victim number 8. Allegation number 8. How many more will there be? She claims she was sexually assaulted and believes that she took weed from him and it was laced with some type of drug or something was in it. Don't know if this is the truth, if this was consensual sex or not, consensual getting high. I don't know. I wasn't there. All I can say for Sean is expected. Because I do believe you've done some dirty things in life to women and men. I believe you have bribed people. I believe you've paid off people. I believe you've blackmailed people. I believe you've filmed women. I believe you've filmed people sexually with you in your house. I believe you've engaged in sexual escapades, rape, sodomy. It was filmed. I believe you've kept some of the tapes. And as someone in the chat said, Brooke, you may just have filmed Cassie being, you may have kept the tape of her being beat up. Somebody gave you the tape for the money, but then they decided to bring it forward. I don't know. They found it in your house. Who the hell knows? Maybe Homeland Security found that video of him beating her up. He paid the person $50,000 and they gave him the tape. So I won't doubt there's probably other things they found in your house. And that's what's going to be interesting because Homeland Security is investigating this case against him. It's a federal case, so this is the deal. And if they can prove that he has human trafficked women for sexual purposes from state to state, that is a crime. And especially if you're dealing with underage persons. You cannot take a child from state to state for sexual purposes. It is a crime. That is why R. Kelly is incarcerated. And I don't feel sorry for him either, because you had no right slumbering with children. And this is why I get pissed off when people say, oh, the parents, they knew better. They sold their daughter, blah, blah, blah. It wouldn't matter. I tell people, you don't even think. So what? Somebody came to you and said, hey, take my kid. Take my daughter. I want money. You are the adult as well. So for you to ride the ride and try to put it off on their parents, oh, they bribed me, they want me to take their daughter. What are you saying about your fucking self? That you are still nasty. So that's why I keep telling people, think about what you're saying. Oh, he paid the parents off. Okay, that still don't got nothing to do with his behavior. It takes two to tango. And it's time for people to start owning their shit with their children as well. And R. Kelly is a prime example. P. Diddy is a prime example. You all sent your children with R. Kelly for what reason? Who the fuck does that? P. Diddy, Usher, your mama was a fool. There's no way I'm going to send my child up to New York to be with a grown-ass man and I'm not there. I'm not getting ready to do that. I don't see what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what you're introducing to my child. How is sending your child with a music producer going to help him learn the business? That makes no sense. You should have went on the trip with your child. It doesn't take a year to learn the music business. All you had to do was take them to the studio, show them how you make the music. Take them to the big wigs, show them how they make the videos, what it costs to make the videos, what it costs to make the music, why it's so expensive. That doesn't take a year. It's bullshit. And Usher is never going to tell us everything he saw when he was in the house with Sean. If he made passes at him or tried to grope him or touch him, he's never going to tell that. If it happened. Same thing with Justin Bieber. People keep going on and on about that video footage of him talking to him live on the camera. I ain't heard from you. What's up? Here's my number, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Maybe Justin was nervous, caught off guard. Camera's there. You feel some type of way. And I think most of us would probably feel nervous if a camera's on us and somebody's like, hey, what's up? I ain't heard from you. Wow. Why you ain't called me? Blah, blah, blah. You would feel thrown off because one, there's a camera there. And then two, you've been fronted by somebody. And then two, Sean was an adult. I don't know what he's done to these boys. If he's touched them inappropriately, I don't know. But I know he's not a good person. He's not your average Joe who just likes sex. And as I said, there's nothing wrong with a man liking sex, a woman liking sex. But when you start talking about bribery, filming people, blackmailing them, gang rape, sexual assault, drugging, there is no logical explanation or reasoning for that type of behavior. There's no way you can logically explain, not even to 12 members of a jury or a judge, why, one, you're filming someone, why you're drugging them, why you're bringing in other parties to sexually assault them. You can't explain that. Paying people off, physically threatening people, threatening them by words. For what? Because that means you have something to hide. And this to me is just another R. Kelly replay. R. Kelly was dumb as a bag of rocks, couldn't read and write, but he knew how to blackmail, bribe people, use people to pick up women, boys, girls, pay people off, threaten people. Now, move over here to New York, same thing. Sean is more crafty than R. Kelly, but they're both sadists. They're crafty in sadism, but Sean may be more intellectual than R. Kelly, but they're evenly yoked in their nasty behaviors. And sadly, there are more people out here like Sean, P. Diddy, Bill Cosby, whomever. They're born every day. And this shit starts in childhood. And that's what people need to understand about sadism. All the stuff you're hearing about Sean, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, whomever, a dime a dozen. There are other men out here navigating the same way. They're grooming children, grooming adults, using people, bribing people, blackmailing people, filming people, putting cameras in walls and mirrors and shit, going in stores, putting mirrors and iPhones under skirts. It's all the same. Grown men only wanting to date 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds. It's all the same. Women only wanting to bed little schoolboys, flirting with their students, writing them, texting them. It's all the same. They're just not Sean Combs. They're just not wealthy. They're butcher, bakers, athletes, electricians, plumbers, bums, homeless people, gangbangers. It don't matter. There's a sadist everywhere. There's a groomer everywhere. Child pedophile everywhere. White, black, short, Mexican, tall, can't speak, don't know English. It's all the same. That's what people need to understand about sadism. There is no protocol or criteria, rather. There are people who are assaulting their own children, foster children, adopted children, friends, family, school. It's all the same. That's what people need to understand. A groomer is a groomer. Whether he is wealthy, a billionaire, or he makes $30,000 a year, he drives a forklift, he's a UPS driver, he's a school teacher, pastor, deacon, he's a family member, he's another child. A groomer is just that, a groomer. That's what people need to understand. Once again, new allegation against Sean Puffy Combs. We're now victim number 8. And also 50 Cent has sold his P. Diddy docuseries to Netflix. When I get more information of the details, I'll bring it to you. And Britney Spears, don't know what's going on with her. Don't know if it's all an act or she's putting on or she has some mental issues. Hopefully somebody can get her some help before it's too late. That's my commentary about it. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful weekend. My weekend suggestion is The Landlord, now playing free on Tubi. It is an African-American film. Feel free to check it out tonight or this weekend. If you want, check the trailer. I shared it on my community page. That's all I got for this evening. This is live number 3. I am done, damn it. I did this live so I wouldn't have to go live tomorrow. I wanted to have my weekend to myself, so I gave up my Friday night to talk to you guys. I've done live number 3. I've done at least several shorts. I'm exhausted. Thank you. Thank you all for following this network. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. And once again, if you'd like to donate to this great network, $BigAngie129 Cash App, stickers and chats are always welcome to the live stream. 2-part live, Britney Spears and Sean Puffy Combs, 50 Cent. Thank you for your time. You've been listening to the Vault XL. Thank you.